The guy broke up with the lady, and in 4 months' time, was married to somebody else. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Precious Diri here, and if you're new here, I super appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. It means so much to me. Like, you find me worthy? You really find me worthy? Okay, so in today's video, I'm just gonna be chit-chatting with you all. I'm just imagining that you, my girls, you, my guys, are somewhere around just chilling and sipping some cocktail with me, and we're about to dive in. All right, so I've really been thinking about the things that have been going on in the world as regards relationships, marriage, and all of that. Here's the gist. Someone was telling me about a story, and I choose to chat to you guys about the story, right? And I'd like to hear your responses in the comment section. I'd like to know what you think about what I have to say about this story, and also to just go through your thoughts, processes, and all of that. So let's just dive in. Okay, so the story really is about this relationship matter. Relationship, now one thing where we say we cannot overemphasize the impact of it on our generation. I mean, dating relationships. So girl meets boy, boy meets girl, they like each other and stuff, and everything goes well. They start to date. And then along the line of maybe after 7 years of dating, yes, 7 years. But please though, what are people dating for 7 years for? I'm not, disclaimer, I'm not a relationship coach, neither am I saying that my own thoughts are standard. But what, dating 7 years, how? So let me imagine that you met the person when you were 23, right? You learned this thing till you are 30. Okay. Lord of the Daters Club. Why you? What's 7 years? I even hear from people say, okay, what's the longest you dated? Please, let's have this conversation. What's the longest you dated for? Please put it in the comments below, and don't come and just video used to date to earlier than down and see. I'm just joking, but don't don't stop it. So please put in the comment section how long have you been, and if you're in the category of courtship, how long have you been courting for? Please, I'd like to know really, like, what's too long, what's the year that is too long, and what's the year that is too short. Because if I remember correctly, my mom told me that she met my dad and in 3 months they were married already. I'm not saying that's standard, and they were fine, they did fine. I'm not saying that's standard. And I've also heard people say, oh, I dated for 9 years, I have a friend like that, and then they got married, of course, and they're good. But what is long for you and what is short for you, right? Now back to the story. These people meet and they start to date, and they dated for 7 good years. And in these 7 years, there was never a time that it crossed their mind to have very deep conversations. Maybe they were not looking towards marriage, but what are you now looking towards in 7 years? What's going on? Because I, for one, believe that in 7 years, maybe that you were seeing other people too, but people have just known yourself and have not defined that, or you have broken up. Because 7 years, I didn't talk about for mistakenly sake that, oh, maybe when we get married we could do this, or if we're going to get married, or whenever we get married, or when I get married, even if we don't talk about it as a couple, whenever I get married, I would like to do this and do this and do this, I would like to be here, I would like to be married by so age. And women have been taught not to put these conversations into play, because it kind of gives the man the idea that you're already planning a marriage and he has not asked you out about, if that makes sense. So you don't want to pressurize him. Please pressurize him, not in that sense. We'll talk about it, because I'm trying to make it make sense to me. Why are you dating for that long and you guys don't have a conversation about marriage at all? If you, okay, accept that you are one of those that don't want to get married and just like, oh, we're just having fun, or I'm just okay with a relationship. But is anybody really okay with just a 7 year relationship that is leading nowhere? I'm confused about that, so please let me know your thoughts. But anyways, this is supposed to take for 7 years, and after 7 years, the guy says that she's been falling ill for some time now, over the 7 years of relationship. That he would just want to confirm if she's a sickle cell, if she's SS. I don't know the possibilities. It's a story. So even me, I doubt this some parts of the story, because I'm I'm thinking in 7 years it should have been falling sick. Of course, they said they were not. There's some times they were not in the same state. School, this, and I get that. But communication is key in a relationship, right? So you can't tell me you've been communicating 7 years, and for one reason or the other, you guys did not talk about genotype and blood group and family and stories to come here and there. You guys won't gist like so. And if someone is SS, I mean, the SS, something they can do about it. The SS, they can manage it, right? And the people who want to be with people that are SS because they love them and they've structured a way around it. What I find as a problem is if you're SS and you're going to meet SS. So the guy apparently is AS and the girl is SS. But how do you not know? If the girl was AS and it was AS, I would say, okay, maybe the conversation did not for some reason. But if you're SS or you are AS, is there somewhere in the back of your mind where you know that, okay, I just want to marry someone that is AA? Do you get me? So I feel like for people that are very laid back about genotype and all that, it's most likely because maybe they are AA and they just know that, okay, even if I'm with, but even at that, people have these conversations, and I don't want to sound insensitive. I'm trying to balance things out here. The conversation here for me is, how did you not communicate all these things in 7 years? And guess what? The guy broke up with the lady, and in 4 months' time, was married to somebody else. Now this is my problem. You cannot tell me, and I stand to be corrected anyways, that he just met that lady. Of course, I give an analysis of my mom saying that she and my father met for 3 months and got married, but this was in when? Over how many years ago? Up to 30 years ago. So, I mean, that's why I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, if you left her, how are you married in 4 months? I mean, if you are married in 4 months, means that maybe a whole month was to plan the marriage, right? The wedding. So that means maybe you were already planning marriage for like 2 months of meeting or 3 months. Make it make sense. And then the lady now, from the story I can hear, is depressed, sad, lonely. She's already 31 and she doesn't know where to start from. And this is sad, quite frankly, this is sad. Thinking about it, I'm like, okay, what is to be blamed here? Guys, please, what do you think is to be blamed here? Because at the end of the day, how am I 31, depressed, sad, you just broke up with me, and then you're married in 4 months? Now this thing, they make people, they go do IRCC for wedding, no violence here, but do you get my point? It's like, how? And I know some people will say, oh, how man will find her. Of course, there's nothing too late in the sight of God, because 1,000 years with men, rather, it's like 2 days with God. Let's think about this. Do you think that not having that conversation was a problem? Do you think staying long at 7 years was a problem? Do you think breaking up was a problem? Do you think not putting ideas of marriage into the guy's head? Because in this part of the country, it's the man that would pursue you, ask you out, marry you, ask you to marry him. You can't ask him to marry you, right? Maybe some people are doing that. I don't know. I've not heard about that. But this conversation makes me overwhelmed because I thought about it for like 2 days since I heard this gist. And I'm like, okay, let me just bring it to YouTube. Let's just have a chit chat. Even though I'm not seeing you guys, it's on live, but you guys can always put up your conversations or your thoughts in the comments and I could engage with them because I really want to know who's at fault. So this brings me to the end of this video, right? Thank you so much for watching. If you watch up until this time, and please do also subscribe to my channel. It means the absolute best and world to me. So thank you so much. Till I catch you in my next one.